Yeah, right. Oh my.
And then he just watches himself.
Thanks.
Ta-da! Yeah, I'm coming back.
Oh, shit. Are you gonna come hang out up here or what? Thanks. Come on. Thanks. Meow. Come on.
Get him obnoxious.
No help or what? Come on. There we go. He's like right on a view. There's his tail. That's Binks the cat's tail. Only that's all you get. Hey, buddy. Okay. Oh my god, that's still on the last story. Oh, so what I was gonna say too is about the dog slobber, or not even slobber, I guess, water, right? I guess it would be water when they walk away from the dish.
Just like going.
They walk
by
away
like
from the dish and they just like, it's like the mouth still open.
And fucking go.
I almost wonder if they're like, so with Saint Bernards, I guess there's like two kinds of Saint Bernards and like the way their face is, and so their jaws are tighter. And so some of them with looser jaws drool, and then some of them like don't, or like not necessarily drool, but like, you know,
extra saliva.
Yeah, whatever's going on. But so I almost wonder, like, do you think like Koda's got, does he got a saggier face maybe?
He does have like,
like little saggy lips.
Extra grandpa fucking wrinkle face trying to goof down.
Well, I mean, okay, so.
So this one we're doing.
So okay, yeah. So welcome to Ask the Conch. I guess we didn't do that part. This is this episode's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna do a Sims episode, because for those who are not Reddit lurkers or searchers, whatever you want to call them. Okay then. There is a Am I the Asshole Sims like forum, and it's pretty wild, and I'm curious because as a Sims player, I know that people have like full-blown elaborate storylines behind their characters and stuff behind their Sims.
Into some deep shit with Sims.
Yeah, so like some of these are probably just going to be really basic and be like, you know, I just did this, and you know, it's something simple. And then there's going to be other people that are going to be like, all right, so Jessica has 3 brothers and their names are Mike, Eric, and Daryl, or
Get
something. Yeah, Daryl's wife is Christine. Like it'll be okay. So, am I the asshole for setting myself on fire at my neighbor's house? That's my first one. So, okay, I was on a walk past my neighbor's ranch in Chestnut Ridge. They're fairly new in town, and I keep making additions to their home. I'm not sure where they get all this money from, but anyway, I noticed they bought a barbecue grill recently and left it just sitting there in the backyard. There was a lot of distressing decoctions on the ground around it. I looked at all of them, and they were made by different people I've seen walking in the neighborhood. Seemed to me like these people wouldn't mind if anybody came by and went to grilling. I thought distressing decoction sounded good too, so I started to whip one up. Everything was going fine until my clothes caught on fire, and then I was completely engulfed in flame. I didn't know what to do, so I ran around in circles in front of their house. The entire family came out. I was a bit shocked to see that the homeowners were 2 lesbian farmers and their science baby son and adopted daughter, but hey, I'm cool with that.
Science baby.
That's an option, technically, so I couldn't get into their house to put myself out. Well, I don't know if it comes with only one pack, but if you click on yourself, you can extinguish. I just learned that recently. Like, Eric almost died a couple times, but actually,
saved Eric's ass.
I think that Ruben almost died too. Ruben got poisoned on my stream. Oh my god, it was crazy. Anyway.
Damn it, Ruben.
Yeah, he's all right. He survived. I had to buy antidotes. $1,000 was stupid. Anyways,
Fuck kids.
okay, wait. So, fortunately, the fire just went out on its own and everyone was safe. I decided to stick around on their porch for a while, even though I was singed, hoping I could get to know my neighbors better. But my beefy lesbian neighbor started a fist fight and beat me up. She called my mother a llama, shouted forbidden words at me, slapped me in the face, and declared me her enemy. I can't believe how rude she was. Am I the asshole here?
Well, yeah, you're gonna burn the house down if you went in there. Think I'd
Yeah, you're
burn
right.
yourself out?
I mean, it sounds like nobody else caught themselves on fire.
Yeah, everyone else just enjoyed beverages by the barbecue.
It says not the asshole. So you're wrong.
It really makes you curious.
Setting yourself on fire and then trying to break into their house seems a little pick-me. Leave those poor, nice lesbian beefcake farmers alone.
Leave the beefcake farmers alone.
So,
for your shit.
Your new neighbors sound rude as hell. If someone set themselves on fire in my yard, I would at least offer them to take a shower to get the singe off. They seem super sketch. They're probably not even wealthy by honest means. They're probably the type to embezzle with a mother load, which is a cheat. And I mean, so did you ever play Sims like younger? I know you aren't like, it isn't something like recent. But
Yeah,
did you ever play it like a long time ago?
Like, yeah, maybe 10, like 12.
Well, yeah, because like I mean, like me, I've been playing Sims for probably at least 20 years. So you know, like it's been out for a long time.
Yeah, back when we had AOL.
Yeah, so I mean,
but I didn't get deep into it. Well, 7 of us didn't have much computer time.
yeah, my gosh. Man, that's crazy. Wow. Only 2 of us. I feel like when I was younger, there was more, like I was able to be on the computer more, but we also had like, I feel like we had multiple computers though, but my dad built them. Like he would put them together and stuff. And
when we were teenagers, we started, piecing a couple, but it was always this music computer and that music computer. The movie one, all the downloaded shit.
So here's another one. Am I the asshole for attacking my ex after finding out he was dating my daughter? And then wait. So it's funny because these people put like actual ages
for their character. That's just
yeah, because this is still Am I the Asshole Sims, just in case anybody forgot. I, 38 female, recently became aware that my ex-husband, 59 male, is dating my estranged daughter, and I'm an absolute wreck over it. Firstly, I met my ex-husband when my daughter was 3, as she was from a previous relationship, and I had with a man that ended up ditching me. My ex-husband was so kind and attentive, and he didn't even mind that I had a child. He was willing to step up and treat my daughter as his own. However, after some time of us being together, we realized there were several flaws in our relationship. I'm ashamed to admit this, but I was a wreck at the time, and I had a mental breakdown and started dabbling into occult stuff. I knew my daughter needed a stable home environment, and that wasn't something I could provide for her at the time. My ex, in all his generosity, agreed to look after my daughter and keep her safe as I picked up the pieces of my life and tried to get stable again. Fortunately, I didn't manage to fix my life up until my daughter was in her late teens, and by then reaching out to her and trying to be there for her wasn't as effective anymore. I couldn't blame her for ignoring me and brushing me off, and I had essentially missed out on raising her for most of her life. She had tried to... I love this so much. I still tried my best by sending her presents and inviting her to hang out and trying to throw her a birthday party for her 18th. She came to the party around that time, and I found myself having difficulty getting into contact with my ex as well. He seemed to be ignoring me, and I found it quite odd since in the past he had always seemed available and eager for communication with me. Then one day my ex showed up to my house unannounced, something that he had rarely done in the years previous. He'd actually brought me some flowers, which I wasn't shocked by. As always, I still suspected he had still some feelings for me even after the split. Anyways, that day he showed up and he had also brought my daughter with him, and they were both chatting, and I noticed they seemed to be flirting, and then I saw them kiss. My barely 18-year-old daughter and her elderly stepfather kissed right in front of me. Ex-stepfather, calm down.
Oh, no.
I lost it and started attacking my ex. I threw things at him and tried to hurt him, and he and my daughter ran off before I could do anything I'd regret. My daughter has now got no contact with me, and my ex won't let me near their house. They ignore me when I try to speak to them.
Yeah.
All communication has completely stopped between us, and I can't get this rage I'm feeling out. I'm afraid I won't be able to speak or reconnect with my daughter ever again. What can I possibly do now? I'm so angry and hurt. And it's so crazy to me.
So well written.
So there's so much story behind this, and what's really funny is a lot of this is actually like it might be mods, but like a lot of packs like have like different things that cause certain things to happen in them. So like oh, and you want to know what? These are all really recent, and a new pack called Love Struck just came out like a week ago.
That's Jug. Yeah, weird.
I saw a picture today, and it was like a thing, and it's like, I own Cupid's Corner and so blah blah blah, and it's like the dating app that comes with the game, that expansion pack, and something else, and you can say like, yeah, I'll go on a date with you, or no, you weirdo. And someone said, like, it was like someone's petty, and because they said no, you weirdo, and then it said like Cupid's Corner is currently closed for all use because apparently the owner cannot take no for an answer or something like that. And I was like, oh my god. Sims is so funny, guys. It's just so funny. So the first comment is, do you have a swimming pool? Just saying, not the asshole. Obviously, you need to escalate. So, conjure a poison apple. How do you do that? I haven't, I'm pretty sure I could. I wonder if that's what there's a pack where you can get possessed. I don't have that one. Because every time I see people post a thing about being possessed, I'm like, I don't know if I want to deal with that yet. So this one is also, I don't even want you to see it. Okay. Am I the asshole for drowning my child because of his heinous appearance?
Heinous.
And just a reminder, this is Sims.
Because it's how a real poor baby.
No, babies, you can't kill babies. So it would have to be a child. So there's baby, infant, toddler, child, teen, young adult, elder. And elders, so there's emotional deaths, like cardiac explosion is caused by anger, which happens sometimes in my game.
Yeah, I was watching that one.
Yeah. But then, when you have things like, when you have mods like the ones by Sacrificial, which I use for my cereal Sundays, where you can kill people, then like shit gets real crazy.
My favorite.
There's also a toddler. That same person has a toddler mod that like makes like deadly toddlers, so like toddlers can stab you. It's crazy.
Little Chucky's running around.
So okay, this one also says, I, 25 female, have recently chosen to take up residence with a wealthy, but to put it kindly, horrifically disfigured man in the face of my college debts. We've had 2 babies this season, and one of them recently grew into a child. Already, I could see that he got his father's looks, so I took him to the backyard pool and made him swim laps until the Grim Reaper came. Am I the asshole? Keep in mind, my partner said he wanted a child, not this child.
A child, not this one.
It is an unfortunate fact of life that ugly babies need the most attention. This Uggo...
Uggo. I love that.
This Uggo would not... Okay, wait, sorry. This Uggo would have not only been offensive to your eyes, but would have taken away resources and love from another, more aesthetically pleasing children. Thank you for not doing the easy thing, but the right thing.
But the right thing? Oh my god. Not the easy choice. Right.
That got way better than I thought it was gonna get. So This one says, okay, so not the asshole. What were you going to do with the abomination child? It was the only option. You could always make more and cheat on him, so they'll be cuter.
They'll be cuter.
And then it says, you're the asshole and cruel too. Your innocent child didn't deserve to pay for your bad choices. Why would you even just have him in the first place, knowing that there was a chance he'd look like his father? Good point. I mean,
you're right.
But, well, couldn't you have just procreated with someone more beautiful and passed that child off as legitimate? Or drown your partner? Keep his money and found someone better. Plus, there's always plastic surgery.
There's always plastic surgery.
So, as I read that comment, so there's some people who, like, don't kill their Sims, like, at all. Like, they get really sad. They'll turn, like, aging off and stuff, and, like, they don't kill their Sims. And, sometimes I get, like, attached to, like, a specific Sim, but, like, Eric is still kind of in the picture, I guess, but, like, Sabine, you know, teen pregnancy, and he kicked her out of the house, and Sabine's the next character, so she's still a teen, and she's making a pretty good living, and her baby daddy was really abusive. Well, she's got a lot of stuff already, like, figured out. She graduated high school early, and she got pregnant after she graduated high school, so he still kicked her out, though. And then now their relationship is real strange. And yeah, her boyfriend was abusive because of some mods, basically. He was beating her up sometimes, and so they broke up, and then he died from tuberculosis. Also a mod.
Just a little bit of TB.
So you might recognize this name since you probably dabbled a little bit, but am I the asshole for stealing Bella Goth? So am I the asshole for stealing Bella Goth from Mortimer, then kicking all the Goths out of their mansion, then asking Bella to move into my 2-bed, 1-bath, double-wide trailer, then proceeding to sell their mansion and furniture for the money on top of transferring all their funds to myself only to buy another double-wide trailer, then marrying Bella in front of her whole family that I just robbed, including Mortimer, and finally woohooing at the wedding with all of them there. The rest is to be determined. So... Hi, Binks. I actually have stolen Bella Goth in my games before myself. Nice. She's a baddie. She's the best one, for sure. You could stop doing that part. Thanks, Binks. So someone said you definitely are the llama. Those poor kids poor kids being stuck with. What are you doing?
Those poor kids.
His poor kids being stuck with boring and dreary Mortimer at least could have been financially secure if you had left them their home and money. The Watcher...
The double-wide trailer? 2 of them, I guess.
Unless they had more, possibly, because sometimes, like, if you don't shut stories off, they'll just, like, keep having babies. Or people will call you and be like, I was thinking about having a baby. And you could say, yeah, do it. Or you could say, I don't know, you should think about that. Or you say something like, no, don't do that. And they go, wow, thanks for the reality check.
Thanks for the reality check. I can afford that. I'm in a double-wide trailer right now.
People keep texting Sabine and telling her, they say, I heard someone doesn't like you very much, and you really need to get your priorities straight and figure out your reputation. And it's like, she's a 3-star celebrity because she does stuff at home with archaeology, and she's written like 1 or 2 books. She put out 1 song, and then she does some painting and stuff too. Giovanni is almost a toddler now. It's pretty wild.
That was another thing.
Yeah. But so that comment, I thought that person was going to... Oh, wait, no, wait. I'm so confused. I think I was... Yeah, I think I just got lost.
I like that.
Yeah. So it was just the comment about you could have kept those kids. And my apologies, I just sold the double-wide trailer and built my own temporary single-wide on an open lot. The new mansion will be built from the ground up when I finish my degree. I have a cage ready for Mortimer when he decides to knock on my door again. That was absolutely perfect in every way. She started cleaning my trailer for me the day we met. We have twins, and she takes care of both of them. She works as well, and also she's usually a spy. She's like a secret spy. Because like in like I think it's like Sims 2. There's like a story like she like disappears or something. There's a whole lot of lore with it.
Secret agent.
Yeah, the cage for Mortimer took me out. Yeah. So, am I the asshole for calling the police on Farah? Just I wonder what that's from. Which pack she's from. I'm curious. I was walking outside at Shoreline Trails, and Farah was taking a shower. However, she failed to close the blinds to the bathroom window, and I saw her chest. I was horrified, because what if children walked by and saw her? Therefore, I rushed inside and called the police. Justice was served, and the cops arrested Farah. However, Torrin gives me dirty looks when walking by, and my lover, Timmy, is crying on the couch, which makes me wonder if he was cheating on me with Farah. Am I the asshole for snitching on Farah to the police for public nudity? Wait.
What the fuck?
So, yeah, you're the asshole. Farah was taking a shower in the privacy of her own home, and nobody should be looking in her windows. Why were you looking through the window?
Exactly.
Should the cops have arrested you for being a peeping Tom? I swear your town sounds like Riverview and Sunset Valley, where nobody ever came to my rescue when creepers watched me and my kids through the windows, and I had to chase them off every time.
Every time.
I didn't mean to look at her. She left the blinds open for everyone to see. No. And then they say, "Oh, P, I hope my post didn't upset you. I was pretending to be one of my Sims who has to chase people off." Because they constantly look through her windows. I play Sims 3, and I'm guessing they do this because she's a level 4 celebrity. And they said, "Nah, you're good, fam."
Fam. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I actually read this one whole because this one was short. Am I the asshole for gifting death to a person I just met? I went to a bar and sat down for a drink. This random dude came up to me and started arguing with me over something dumb, like taking the seat I was going to sit, and I don't know. Anyway, we ended up in a huge argument. We got in 2 fistfights and then became enemies. He was leaving, and I decided to give him a gift, a flower arrangement scented with a death flower. I gave it to him, and he dropped dead. Success in my eyes, but sadly, my family doesn't think so. Not the asshole. He started it. Sounds like his family needs some flowers too.
He started it. Flowers for you. Oh my God.
Am I the asshole for kissing my nanny at my wedding?
Oh my God.
Hello, I'm a father of a lot of kids.
A lot. Just a lot.
But 2 at home at the moment, and I'm pregnant with another. My fiance and I have engaged for quite a while and have moved in ages ago. I figured it was finally time to tie the knot. I hired a nanny a while ago to take care of my 2 daughters. For some reason, we ended up with 2, even though we only hired 1. Thankfully, it doesn't seem like we're being charged for 2. Anyways, the nannies and I became really close. We have so much in common. Like, none of us want to take care of the kids.
So much in common.
They're not that great at being nannies, but hey, they're really good company. I decided to invite one of them to my wedding. It seemed like a good idea. I invited her and 14 of my favorite children out of the 23 that I have.
Oh my God.
And everything was going smoothly. Granted, it was at 3 a.m. Everyone was tired, and it was really dark outside.
Dun, 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 dun.
What are you doing, Banks? Oh, we should be okay like that. Anyways, right before we were about to say our vows, I forgot what I was doing and got into a conversation with the nanny. One thing led to another, and she leaned in for a kiss. I kissed her back. All was good. We looked into each other's eyes for a moment, and then I walked to the altar to marry my husband. What I want to know is, was I the asshole? I wasn't under the impression I was until my young adult daughter got mad at me, because apparently she also kisses the nanny from time to time. How was I supposed to know that? My husband says he's seen them kiss, but he's also seen the nanny kiss a lot of other people, so he didn't think they were exclusive. My husband doesn't care. I don't think I'm Wait, I don't think, because I'm still seeing my ex-husband on the side.
On the side, okay.
So what's one more person and baby number 23 isn't his? I think you need to kiss the other nanny to make things fair. Oh my God. Okay, so let's do... Okay, that's fine. You can do that. We'll do 2 more, I think. So it'll just be a bit shorter of one, maybe. Or maybe we'll peek and see what's... We'll see. We'll see how it feeling. Am I the asshole for marrying my ex-wife's side piece after she died in front of us? I, 26 female, got married to my country neighbor, 26 female, after... What if these are the beefcake lesbians
next door?
Okay. After we became romantically involved during my welcome wagon. So the welcome wagon happens like when you first, like, it's almost like you open the game and like you get a family and then you plant them or whatever. And the welcome wagon shows up, or like you move to a new house and the welcome wagon shows up. And it's like a little party, and sometimes they bring like usually fruitcake. And it'll be like your neighbors or something like that, So that's
form of party.
Yeah. We had a beautiful relationship. We went out on dates. They helped me on my farm, and then she gave me an advance in my career. However, once she moved in post-wedding, I found out that she had a girlfriend while we were evolving our relationship, despite telling me she was single. Oh, spicy. How does that work? She even invited her to sleep over while I was there during a huge thunderstorm that shook our entire house. While she was setting the bed, she took a turn and was crushed by it, literally.
Oh, literally.
She died right in front of me, the side piece and our dog. It was devastating, and I was sad for weeks. Her girlfriend, or my new wife, gave me a hand, and we got married shortly after. My ex-wife, who we will refer to as A, came back to visit me as a ghost and caught us in a very intimate moment, and it is suddenly going on a rampage about me being a cheater, despite the fact she literally died. She's been pissed and won't stop blowing up my phone. So tell me, am I the asshole, or is my ex-wife being unreasonable?
Unreasonable ghost.
This is not the asshole. It's her fault she got killed. She should have been more careful if she didn't want you to marry her side piece. Agree. How could you do... Wait, agreed. How could you do from a foldable bed expect me to stay faithful? Yeah, so that must be with... I don't have that pack, but I think it's like Tiny Living. There's a Murphy bed, and it can kill you.
That's by the wall bed. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, actually, when somebody dies on like the property, if it's like a spouse, I always like... Oh, I just realized he knocked over my hair ties all the way over there. Like when they die, it's like either an urn if they're in the house, or it'll be like a tombstone if they're outside. And then if you click on it again, you can send them to the afterworld or something, and that stops their ghost from coming out. I did not do that with Sabine's baby daddy, so I'm not sure what's going to happen, but it is very possible that he could just show back up as a ghost and just beat her up. My God, Diven. So this was a long time ago that I got like the city living pack, but I never really like lived in the towns or anything, because the person I was playing was Eric, and he had like 1 million kids. So they couldn't live in a tiny little apartment. And Sabine was living in this apartment, and I had cockroaches. I had mice in my apartment. My pipes fucking broke. I had a ghost come in. There was white chalk marks on the floor. I had a ghost come in and break my fucking sink and my toilet in the bathroom.
Vandalized by a ghost.
It was crazy. And that was when freaking Giovanni was a baby. It's nuts. It's honestly crazy. Okay. So, am I the asshole for unaliving my neighbor over an argument? Wow.
Stampeded shepherd.
That was wild. I live in a small apartment with my newborn and husband. Although it's not the best apartment, we can't afford much more. But the real issues were with my neighbor. My neighbor, Penny Pizzazz. Is that the
Penny
same
Pizzazz.
apartment I'm talking about? Oh my god.
Creepy.
That's super weird. Maybe they're the chalk people. Oh wait, no, you killed Penny Pizzazz? Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Whoa. My neighbor Penny Pizzazz was possibly the worst neighbor I'd ever encountered. At first, I was excited to befriend her after she kindly welcomed me, but problems quickly arose after a few days. At 1 a.m., Penny would often play loud music or just make loud noise in general. I would often go to work exhausted after being up for hours. Yeah, my baby cried all the time when I was her neighbor. And that's why I had to move out of that shit. Anyways. Wouldn't that be something, hey? Anyways, about a year later, I now have a husband and a newborn baby who live in the apartment with me, and Penny has gotten worse. I woke up at midnight yet again to my husband tending to our crying baby. I could stand Penny keeping me up, but not my family, so I politely knocked on her door. After 10 minutes of waiting, I assumed she couldn't hear me. I think I just took a screenshot with my gut. I assumed she couldn't hear me and pounded loudly on my door. When I expressed my complaints to her, she told me that I could get a life. At this point, I was enraged, so I simply slapped her and then went back to bed. Penny continued to play loud music. After a few more days, our tension and no sleep, I invited Penny to come join me at a swimming party. When she arrived and started swimming, I simply moved the ladder, leaving her in the pool. Penny drowned, and everyone at the party was distraught. I feel kind of bad after seeing so many of my friends crying. So am I the llama for killing Penny? Not the llama. Not at all. Sometimes those ladders just move. If she was too stupid to figure out how to pull herself out of the pool, she deserved it. Also true, because now you have to put up fences. Like if there's
gate fence.
Well, yeah, any kind of fence. Well, just if there's no ladder, they will climb out like a normal person.
So that's your own damn fault.
Yeah, she was really annoying too. I yelled at her while I was her neighbor.
Oh, Penny.
And then, am I the asshole for divorcing my wife because we kept making ugly babies? Edit. This is about The Sims.
Reminder.
Yeah, right. I think it's funny that that's even there. Because this is also we're still in Am I the Asshole Sims? We haven't left. So, I, adult male, had an arranged marriage with one of the Goth's daughters to continue family's bloodlines. She looked fine, and we got to work making children immediately, but I noticed when our kids turned to teenagers, they looked wonky. Man, they probably had huge noses.
Wonky.
I'm telling you, I don't know what is going on in that family, but the noses, it's crazy. I knew it wouldn't get better, so I divorced her on the spot and kicked her out with our 2 teens and 1 toddler. When I picked a wife out for myself and our twins came out fine, but it made me remember my past kids, and now I'm wondering, am I the asshole? It says, you're the asshole. You should have murdered her instead to stop her from spreading those ugly genes anymore.
Keeping those ugly big nose babies coming.
Right? Like, whatever happened to building a pool and then taking away the ladder? Or breaking her and the kids up in the walls? This is the way. Oh my god.
Oh.
Someone said, you're the llama. The goth line is smoking. Maybe it was you with the ugly genes. Good news, if you get some plastic surgery, all your future kids will look better. Alexander Goth has like the largest nose that you can have in the game. Like, it's huge. And it's so funny to me because when I think about it, I think so in one of the storylines where I stole Bella Goth, for some reason Mortimer kept showing up at my house, and he would show up in a swimsuit, which was like a Speedo, and he would be scared, so he'd be running with his arms in the air, and he'd run like this to my bathroom, and then he'd go into the bathroom and get a cup of water, and then get down on his knees and sip the water on the floor. And I still to this day, I have no idea what caused it. One time he showed up at my house and got on Alexander's bed because like when I stole Belgave, I took her and the kids. So, you know, I left him in that big ass house all by himself.
Taking the kids too.
So yeah.
Oh goodness.
So how much time do we got over there? I just ripped my hair up. 34 minutes, man. Let's go right to. We'll just scroll and see if we can see some weird chat. I'm gonna be honest with you. You might see some really creepy, weird. I shouldn't even say creepy. just like inappropriate because of some certain mods. There might just be some nudity.
Thanks.
It gets a little crazy then. So, am I the asshole for neglecting my adopted daughter because of my shark slip and slide addiction?
Oops.
I, 27 male werewolf, have been neglecting my adopted daughter, 7 female non-werewolf.
Non-werewolf.
It actually says non-wolf, sorry. By going on the new slip and slide I bought her for her birthday. It has been a habit for me ever since my daughter's birthday to leave chores like dishes, cooking dinner, spraying my daughter's bed for monsters ever since my daughter's 7th birthday. It's like an autonomous thing. That's amazing. My wife, 28 female, also non-wolf, has made it known that I am putting too much of our daughter's needs into her hands, and I need to be more focused on our family. She says that it's already bad enough that I am hiding being a werewolf from my daughter, and I have to lie to her and explain why I disappear every full moon. I guess I've been handling my stress by playing on the water slide for hours on end. It started as a way for me to bond with my adopted daughter, and it has worked. I love my daughter more than anything. She's my best friend, but I have this need I can't control to use the slip and slide.
Can't control it. Oh
I don't think I am wrong for that. My family doesn't know what it's like to be a werewolf and what I have to go through. I just want to be a good dad. Am I the asshole?
You just want to be a good werewolf dad. It takes you to slip and slide.
Not the asshole. I understand the need to just slip and slide sometimes. Maybe get another slip and slide for your wife and child to enjoy as well. Not the asshole. Imagine marrying a werewolf and not understanding their issues. Shaking my head. So, you know, I don't have the werewolves pack. So I'm almost kind of curious because there's rage and they'll get really, really angry and they can,
rampage
at least, yeah. So like in Sims 3, killing. They could rip up your furniture and shit. And then they'd literally tear apart like a fucking $900 couch. And then it would be like, oh, thanks for that.
It's a full moon, my bad.
Well, but they're really bad, I guess, in Sims 4. That's part of the reason I haven't bought that pack yet is because I heard a lot of people at one time I was like, vampires or werewolves, and someone was like, definitely vampires. Werewolves is great because of the stuff it comes with, but werewolves themselves are fucking terrible. And I'm like, okay,
bunch of assholes.
Note to self. But that makes me wonder. I wonder if the rage is handled better if they go on a slip and slide.
Hey, calming and soothing.
It's just. Am I the asshole for letting my twins sleep outside? Not in a great situation to start with, but hear me out. I started off with no money whatsoever, teenage and high school, pregnant with twins. I'm trying to make $1 million. Don't judge, as it's not the point of this. My daughters were born, and the magic bassinets appeared on the porch. I saw no reason to change their location. Blizzards can blizzard all they like. It's just as cold inside. Skylar and Tyler can lump it like I do. One of my friends came over and said I should put my twins inside. I say it's pointless. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. Your friend sounds like they're all up in your business. Consider murdering them as a reasonable response. This fucking Reddit this is crazy. This is quite comical. Let's do this one. Am I the asshole for locking my teenagers in the basement to keep them away from younger children? I have 16 children. So I have a lot of baby stuff scattered out about my house. Now, I'm usually more than happy to have my older kids look after the little ones so I can lounge around and make more babies with my husband. But recently, these kids have been taking the babies out of all their cribs at all hours of the night. No matter how many times I tell them to leave the babies to sleep, they will not listen. So at first I plotted to kill them, but then I realized they're still my kids. So I decided death was too far. So I built a basement, gave them a kitchen and all that stuff, but now they're just at the door shouting for help. So I feel a little guilty, but not because they didn't want to get locked away. Then they should have listened to me. Am I the asshole? Let's see. You're the asshole because now you're stuck caring for babies instead of cuddling with your husband. Put the babies in the basement with the teenagers and lock that door.
Babies in the basement. Oh my god. I'm just talking about one of the fuckers in the basement. Always locking them in the basement.
That's where Kevin was when I read other things. So we'll do one more. We'll do a big scroll and do like one more.
Okay.
That almost looks like Belgoth. Oh my god, what is going on up there? I just saw a couple words we're gonna. Oh, okay. This one's a storyline one for sure. Am I the asshole for kissing the ghost of my drug dealer I had an emotional affair with in front of my husband and kids on Christmas morning while I was high on speed?
On Christmas morning.
Wow, that was a mouthful. Okay. Title speaks for itself. Literally says that. Literally the words says that. I, 30 female, and my husband, Ken, 34 male, have been married for 12 years, and we have 3 beautiful children together. I have always been a proud stay-at-home mom, while Ken works for an engineering company throughout most of the week. I admit that when my 2 oldest were a bit younger, I developed a bit of a drug habit. A few lines of coke and ketamine here and there.
A little ketamine here and there.
But nothing too serious.
Not too serious.
Not that. It's just a tumor, not that big deal.
No. Just a tumor.
So.
Not serious.
Yeah, not serious. Shit. Okay. However, this only began after I met Leela, 27 female, my neighbor. She was my source for drugs. We became fast friends. Leela and I spent a lot of time together, especially because I was lonely taking care of the kids while Ken was at work. It didn't help that my 2 oldest were diagnosed with learning disabilities, so Leela was a great helper around the house while I had such a handful. Even though Leela admitted she had feelings for me, instead of being repulsed, I realized that I had feelings too. This frightened me. Perhaps I had given her the wrong impression, or maybe the drugs made me too dependent on her, or maybe a mix of both. I didn't want to hurt Ken's feelings. He works so hard for our family, and he is so good to us. So I did what any good wife would do. I invited Leela over to the house while Ken was at work, and I stabbed her in the chest with a machete until she died. Ken came home to the mess, but since he has the loyal trait, he didn't turn me into the cops. And he actually helped me bury the body in our backyard. Aww. Ken never discovered that Leela and I had mutual attraction for each other or that I was addicted to speed. After her death, I cut back significantly on how much speed I was doing since my drug dealer was dead now.
Killed my drug dealer.
I wanted to be sure to only use it on special occasions. Cut to Christmas morning.
Like Christmas morning in front of the kids.
Our entire family is opening gifts by the tree and we're having a great time. Took speed the moment I woke up, so I admit I was overly excited. Out of nowhere, the ghost of Leela appeared in our living room. I was so thrilled to see her again that emotion took over me, and I couldn't help but greet her ghost with a passionate kiss, our first kiss. As you can imagine, Ken was enraged, and the kids were upset. I immediately apologized to Ken and tried to explain myself, but he actually slapped me and accused me of having feelings for Leela. He also accused me of being addicted to hard drugs and said I was impacting her marriage and the children. I was extremely offended. I yelled at Ken in front of the kids and his emotional neglect towards me and our marriage, and this is what drove me towards Leela. And that maybe if he didn't put his job before our relationship, I wouldn't have deteriorated into this. He stormed upstairs and locked himself in our bedroom, and now the kids are saying Christmas is ruined.
Christmas is ruined.
I can't help but feel what I feel for Leela. She was there for me when Ken wasn't, and I think he needs to understand that. Am I the asshole? First comment, I'd watch this on TV.
I'd so watch that. That's a Hallmark movie waiting to happen. Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh.
I think that was a good one to end. And that was pretty tasty.
Fantastic.
Well, that'll be like a fun special episode. You know.
The Sims, not
Yeah, this was all reminder. This entire episode was from The Sims Am I the Asshole Reddit, which is just so funny to me because some people, like I said, have full stories. Even honestly, even the storylines that I come up with aren't really I have a lot of mods, so everything that I'm saying is happening in my game. Some of it is done it just happens on its own, and it's the mice in my apartment and all that shit, man. That shit was crazy. Yeah, got all that shit I'm dealing with. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty crazy game sometimes. But yeah, I love the. Oh yeah. I didn't even get to do. Well, so Serial Sundays is on YouTube now. I did used to do live stream Twitch for Serial Sundays, but I decided to stop doing live stream for that. So Serial Sundays is just on YouTube now, but I am going to start doing longer episodes, I think. So my Rags to Riches, which is tomorrow on Twitch on Kirchwood, which would be, I think I'm going to start doing 2 hours for those. I guess, I don't know which episode I don't know, we'll see. I got to come up with a new storyline too, actually. I'm going to have a whole new series, and then I'm going to be streaming Phasmophobia probably at some point, because I got to play that a couple more times, because like I said, I only got the 2 times and I got locked in the basement. Then I died, so fucking bummer. But anyways, thanks for watching Ask The Conch. Don't forget to tell your friends. The cat joined us today a little bit. Yeah, he's sitting under our camera tripod. That's a chair with a stool on it with a I don't even know what that would be called.
What's its color?
Yeah, it might glow in the dark. I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.